This week, we're back at Table Rock Lake for Heartland's Pro-Am event. Spring has sprung in the Ozarks and the bass are biting.
Got it!
Learn from some of the best fishermen in the Midwest how to catch bass during the spawn.
Get to that, get to that, get to that, hurry, hurry.
Stay tuned. As far as bass fisheries go, Table Rock Lake in southwest Missouri is one of the best. And one of the best times to fish the rock is in the spring when big female bass move from their deeper wintering grounds into shallow water to spawn. Spawning bass may seem more accessible to fishermen, but as you will soon see, they're sure not easier to catch.
Jesus Christ.
Heartland Tournament Association is here in mid-April. The weather is warming, the bass are moving shallow, and competitive bass fishermen are getting anxious. Today's Pro-Am event will test the best of the best in the region, and every angler here is chomping at the bit to get started and prove himself. We'll be following 3 top fishermen for today's event. Mike Fan of Ozark, Missouri is a light line fisherman that excels during the winter and pre-spawn period. Mike's been on solid fish the past couple of weeks, but his pre-spawn bite could be coming to an end. Kelly Power of Cape Fair, Missouri is one of the saltiest anglers on Table Rock Lake. He's known for power fishing the upper stretches of the James River and extracting hefty limits from its dingy waters. Brian Herndon, son of Larry Herndon, winner of last week's Buddy Tournament, is a master sight fisherman. Brian has marked several big bass on the beds and is poised to win this tournament. If the wind blows, however, he could have difficulty locating his fish and an even harder time hooking them. Table Rock's level remains steady at 914, 1 foot below pool. Water temperature is between 58 and 64 degrees. Water clarity is 3 to 4 feet of visibility up the major river arms and 10 feet in the lower lake. The forecast is calling for increasing clouds with highs reaching near 80 degrees. South winds are expected to 20 miles per hour. We find Kelly Power in Flat Creek, casting a spinnerbait to a bluff.
These fish are just should be starting to move up here. So it's just going to be a big old reaction bite as much as anything. And if you catch one, it should be a really good one. This is the only way you get them to bite, or at least the only way you can cover enough ground to get the bites. I'm just going to kind of keep jumping around here, trying different things until we figure out what they want.
Brian Herndon is looking for bedding bass in a small pocket in White's Branch. He's tied on a drop shot rig with a white custom-poured 2.5-inch tube bait. His drop shot rig allows the tube bait to stay in the center of the bass's bed for a longer period of time, thus creating a more aggravating presentation.
Got it. Stay on there, baby. Get off that tree. He's coming right beside you. Right beside you. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There you go. Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Back to Kelly Power in Flat Creek, casting a spinnerbait to flooded bushes.
A lot of these fish were up last week. We had a chance to have a real good day up here, and they were just starting to move up, and that cold front pushed them out. And I think that, that's what I'm counting on, is that they're going to be moving up or moved up in the last couple days, and it's just going to be a matter of finding the spot. Last week they were pretty specific where you found them, but when you found one, you found a bunch of them. And around some of these bushes and stuff, there ought to be some fish holding. It's just going to be a matter of determining. Last weekend they'd eat a jig pretty decent. It's just going to be a matter of determining whether they want a jig or a spinnerbait, and it may take that wind to get them really aggressive.
Brian explains bass behavior during the spawn.
When they first come up and spawn, sweep their beds out, they don't have any eggs in their bed. None of these fish that I'm fishing for have eggs in their bed. You can see the eggs. They're usually a white, clear, crystally looking stuff down the bottom. It makes it look kind of fuzzy in the bottom of the nest if you're off from a distance. And they aren't locked onto a bed, is what most sight fishermen call it, as being locked, because they don't have any reason to be there other than their gardening area. And after a female's came and laid some eggs in their bed, they're usually very, very vicious. I mean, they usually get right on your bait. But now most of, that just don't happen.
We find Mike Fan swimming a smoked grub near Point 7 by Kimberling City.
Actually, this bite here, it generally starts to slow down when they start nesting. And I'm just looking for some staging. Some females out here hopefully are still staging.
Herndon has moved to a cove near Point 7. Brian looks for spawning bass that bed in deeper water that are generally bigger and less pressured. Of course, the deeper the water, the harder bass are to see. Luckily for Herndon, his vision is good, and lengthy sight fishing experience has trained his eyes to find bass in most water conditions.
Got it! Big old brownie. Wait. Okay. Thank you. The code is about 3 pounds. But he's something to pass the time.
There is. Good fish.
You ain't gonna make a believer out of me on them floating worms.
Make your boat safe and comfortable. Has found a big bass he located in practice near Point 7.
I know I look stupid, but I'm not doing it on purpose. I can't see that sun shining in the side of my glasses. This fish here, he don't care what I look like anyhow.
Mike Fan's moved near Jocks Creek. He's still swimming a smoked grub over pole timber.
Yeah, net. I think. Maybe not. He's getting smaller. Yuck. Yuck. Sick one.
How in the world I missed him, I don't know. He sucked that thing plumb to his butt.
Any more of those, and Brian Herndon may give up his chance to catch this big bass.
Every time the wind lays down where I can get the sight, the line of sight that I need, it's almost like he immediately sees me, and then he'll just kind of pull out the side and sit there. When there's ripples on, he'll just sit right in there around the bait. Got him! Net, please. Hey, buddy. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Oh, God, thank you! Woo! Now that's a bass, boys. That's a bass. Thank you, Lord Jesus. That's why you always have to persevere. If I'd have got him earlier, wouldn't have took so. Well, you just can't fish perfect, you know. The nice thing about these fish is they don't go away. They just stay right there and wait on you to come back.
Brian Herndon moves to Schooner Creek. With abundant cover and protection from wind, the back end of docks provide a perfect spawning habitat for bass. Boat positioning is critical to avoid spooking bedding bass in this situation, so Herndon ties up to docks to avoid unnecessary boat movement.
You are dead meat, mister. See ya? Net? Hot diggity. Good job. Way to go, Chief. And it's a nice one, too. All right. Thank you. Good job. Now that is perseverance. Got him. Untie us, would you? Untie. Never mind, I got him over net. Wait. Wait till he comes up. Now. Good job.
Daddy, wait a minute.
Thank you. Hey, go 4. I believe so. One more, boys. Well, it's clouding up a little.
Herndon's off to greener pastures. Kelly Power is now at the mouth of the James River. He's burning a spinnerbait in wind-blown pockets.
He jump up and grab it pretty good?
Yeah.
Good deal.
Jerk you right back to the bottom.
Herndon's found a new target in Fisher Creek.
Way to go. Woo. Way to go. It's a different angle, I guess.
Mean mouth.
A meanmouth is a hybrid cross between a smallmouth and a spotted bass. This hybridization occurs when the two species spawn in close proximity to one another. Missouri's record meanmouth was caught from Table Rock Lake and weighed 5 pounds 9 ounces.
Well, I think we're going to go back over in the other creek where I started and sniff through a couple of them pockets. I got a few fish found in some bushes that probably ought to be checked out. Maybe I can cull one of them smallmouth out or something.
Wow, this place is really nice.
Back in White's Branch with Larry Herndon. He's found a bass that could help him increase his weight. He's just got to get it in the boat. Back to Kelly Power burning a spinnerbait at the mouth of the James.
Yeah. Good fish. Get to that, get to that, get to that. Hurry, hurry.
The net just ends up underneath there on
Here.
the boat line. Keep it that way.
I just gotta get the boat back. That's all right, that's all right, that's all right. You grab that lid for me and open it. Thank you.
Dadgummit.
Amateur Adam Isaacs connects with his second fish of the day.
I'm not sure.
Brian Herndon's digging in to catch his fish off the bed.
I expect it'll take 20 pounds to win it, and I ain't got that. I probably got in the neighborhood of 18, but that's about it. I get this fish, it'd help. Get that little smallmouth out of there. It'd be wonderful.
Herndon's fate seems to be swimming just beneath him in Table Rock's clear waters. Unfortunately, time is at a premium. And this bass doesn't want to visit the weigh-in stage. Justin Claude of Lenexa, Kansas comes to the scales with a good sack of fish.
Looky here, new leader, 15-13. 15-13, Justin Claude.
Claude is the current leader with 15.13 pounds.
15-13 to take the lead, and I believe he's done it.
Harold Lawrence of Pottersville, Missouri is going to bump Claude out of first.
73, 15-73. We're going to continue to see more of these good strings of fish come in. It looks like the weight's starting to go up.
Amateur angler Jack Uksa of St. Louis, Missouri has a limit of bass that will put him high in the standings.
Looky here. This is out of the back of the boat. 12.90. 12.90 market.
Pro Dave Donham of Highlandville, Missouri has a big limit that should easily push Harold Lawrence from the top position.
Looky here. New leader, Dave Donham, 1888. 18.88, Dave.
Amateur Ralph Hinches of Kansas City, Missouri is going to give Jack Uksa a run for his money.
11.60. 11.60.
Featured Heartland on the trail angler Brian Herndon is next to the scales.
Looky here. Here's these big fish. It's a good one. 5.17. 5.17. You looked at him all day, and I'd say you looked at him well. He's got to beat 1888 to take the lead. 18.29. 18.29 pounds, Brian. Could have got rid of that last fish. You would have been right there, but that's just that's why they call it fishing instead of catching sometimes. And we all know how that is if you spend some time out there on the water. That's fact.
Tom Alsop comes to the scales with a sack that will threaten the lead of Dave Donham. His limit is anchored by a kicker fish weighing 6.23 pounds.
Come on here, Tom. You act like you're a little nervous. There it is. Oh! 18.50. I'm not going to call it. No, 54. 18.54 pounds.
The winner of the 2004 Heartland Pro-Am event on Table Rock Lake is Dave Donham with 18.88 pounds. Second goes to Tom Alsop with his 5 fish weighing 18.54 pounds. Tom caught his fish while sight fishing in cuts out of the wind. His selection of bed fishing baits included white tubes, lizards, jigs, brush hogs, and craws. In third, on the trail featured angler Brian Herndon with 18.29 pounds. Top honors on the amateur side go to Jack Uksa of St. Louis, Missouri, with his limit weighing 12.9 pounds. The biggest bass caught by a pro in this tournament was Tom Alsop's 6.23-pound largemouth. Here's the best of the rest. When we come back, learn how first place finisher Dave Donham caught his tournament-winning limit. Don't go away.
18.88. 18.88, Dave.
2004 Heartland Pro-Am winner Dave Donham used a large blue and silver Smithwick suspending rode on windy points between Kings River and Campbell Point. The bass were in a pre-spawn mode and positioned in 8 to 12 feet of water on pole timber off 45-degree banks. Bites came as Donham twitched his rode near the timber. Surprisingly, he didn't pause the rode during the retrieve. Next week, it's Heartland's Elite Tour on Table Rock Lake. The best fishermen in the central U.S. are fishing alone and catching big bass. If you want to be a better bass fisherman, watch this show.